I got your thumbnail. Can't even see the tears. So
yeah, I know. Okay.
Hey, welcome back to Danganronpa. Hina killed Sakura. So how did you create the lock for Hina?
That doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
But if that's true, isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out! Until I uncover the full truth of this case!
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
But,
Can you do that again?
okay. In the chem lab, where were the footprints and what direction were they facing? Which like clearly contradict what Hina just told us.
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders.
Right. Okay. So I
Once
believe
was
that
done switching them,
the footprints were.
I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A.
So she's saying that she
Then I took the bottle with the
dropped
poison
it
in
in C
and left the chem lab.
Yes.
That's all
and
there
moved all
is
these
to
different
it.
places, but the spill is in front of
Honestly,
A,
that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
right?
The spill is in front of C, but the powder like spilled towards A. If you remember.
So she's saying she went from C to A
Yeah, then from C, you just walk over to A.
to A.
Yeah,
But I think all the footprints were on just one underneath one shelf
they would just go in straight
to A.
Okay.
Yeah.
First I went to Section. That's when I grabbed the and you spilled some of the. Yeah. Okay. I moved from Section C.
No, it's wrong. You said you went to get the poison from Section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah. What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice. I didn't notice I left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well,
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
well, you see.
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account. Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Huh? Piece of glass.
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
A shard of light blue glass Kyoka found in the bottle of poison. I think I remember now. I broke something the same shade of blue.
Window. That's right.
It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? According to what Hina just told us.
Should have been in Section A.
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here.
Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened.
What is it? What could it possibly be?
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
When the locked room was unlocked, in other words, when I broke the window, if I concentrate on that...
When the locked room was unlocked... Or otherwise when I broke the window. So the question we're asking is... How did was the bottle in there before or after the window was broken?
Yeah. Kyoko says that it was placed there after the window was broken. So how does she know that?
After?
Yeah.
Well, because the window has to be broken first. Like, doesn't the window need to be broken before a broken piece of the window can be in the protein powder? Like, that's how time works.
We're talking about the drink. We're not talking about the bottle that Byakuya had was the poison bottle that was.
Oh no, yeah, the drink that was in the.
We're talking about the G Fuel fucking protein bottle, right? That's what we're talking about.
Right. So for it to have a piece of that broken window in it, the window needs to be broken.
No, you're talking about two different things.
Oh wait, hold on. Okay, shit. Oh, what are we talking about?
The poison bottle that Byakuya.
See, yeah, I'm getting confused.
Okay, is different than the protein can.
So the question that we're asking is,
we're talking about this. We're talking about this.
Right.
How do we know that it was placed there after the?
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, it's because there was a piece of glass underneath it.
All right. I'm pretty sure Ace is telling you.
When it comes to that
I'm pretty sure Ace is telling you that.
There's not a doubt until the locked
I can't remember
room
which
was
one.
It absolutely
Maybe it's the
was
one we
not.
haven't
So
done
you're
yet.
saying
Someone plant?
No.
It had to have been. It had
To be. It was in.
Good.
No, it's wrong. You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. It had to have been...
From the chem lab and brought it to the rec... Who grabbed the what? The protein...
Who took the poison.
Grabbed the poison. Who took the poison and put it into...
Who took the poison
and brought it
to the rec room.
And the poison was... I'm just trying to make sure that I have the container correct. It was in that big container. The bulk container.
No.
It was in the protein bottle.
No. The poison. The actual poison. The brown poison bottle.
Okay, they brought the brown poison bottle.
That had poison in it.
That had poison in it. They brought it in.
They brought it to the rec room. Who brought it in?
Sakura.
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself?
What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hit Hina with it. I need to make him accept it. What proves that Sakura went to Section C? What proves that Sakura went to Section C?
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I did it! Stop talking!
What proves that Sakura went to Section C?
Yeah.
Wrong! You're wrong!
Well, I know something from Section C was in Section A.
You're wrong!
Correct?
I hate you!
Or the other way
Yeah,
around?
but those were Hina's footprints. I was distracted.
So what proves that she
You're a
went to
liar.
Section C?
What are you saying?
Yeah.
Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop
Section
talking!
Section C's the poisons.
Yes.
You're a liar! Wrong!
So
You're
we know
wrong.
for a fact that the stuff on her shoe was protein
Do you
powder.
have any kind of
Yeah.
proof Sakura took the poison?
Yeah, so...
I'm telling
What
you,
proves it,
I
then?
did it!
So it's their foot.
I hate you! Do you
There
have
you go.
any kind of
This should prove it.
So we don't know for sure that it. We just assumed it was protein powder.
We know it's protein powder.
Hina.
Oh no,
It's the
switch.
same yellow
right.
powder.
Oh,
Sakura's
okay, right.
foot had a certain
Right,
yellow
right.
powder stuck to it.
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura. The connection between Sakura and the poison, the unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. Who killed Sakura?
Do I have to say it?
You have to say it.
I said it 2 weeks ago.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Beakya.
Yeah!
Yeah, this game!
No.
What?
It's not the alphabet.
Shoot!
Wait.
It's not the alphabet. Who killed Sakura?
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's not the alphabet.
Whoa. What the hell am I missing? Sakura killed Sakura?
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What the fuck?
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because of course.
Sakura wanted to create the locked room.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. Shaky legs, Hina left the vet room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room,
I got everyone. Oh god!
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
Sakura's been killed. I see.
while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Quite surprised you didn't figure that out like 10 minutes ago.
Huh?
I'm quite surprised you didn't figure that out like 10 minutes ago.
Well, because
Sakura's the one that took the poison out.
yeah, but it's just
She drunk it knowing it was poison.
yeah, but I was just like, well, it can't be that because why the hell would they? Why the hell would they do a murder case if it was a suicide?
I mean, suicide is basically murdering.
Yeah,
someone.
you're murdering yourself. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's true.
Which one is this one? I believe it's this one. Yeah. Then we have... leaving. Then we have putting the magazine upside down like a fucking dimwit. There. Alright. And plus it would give like an interesting twist if like something if there was like a suicide as well.
Oh, no, it's true. Yeah, very simple.
There we go. And then yes, there, and then place the thing there.
Here's exactly
Got it
what
perfectly,
happened.
no mistakes.
So what,
This
Hina?
case
She
began when
probably.
Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room.
What?
Well,
No, say what you're thinking.
well, I'm thinking, you know, Sakura probably realized I'm the strongest person here. No one's gonna kill me, which means I'll have to kill Hina at the end, and I can't do that. So I'm gonna kill myself. And then when Hina finds this out, she's so guilty that she's like, I mean, I don't even care if I'm dead. I'll just say I killed her because I kinda did. My weakness killed her. Her strength killed herself.
That entire statement, only like 5% of that is correct.
Oh, okay. Well,
Put on your headphones, we're gonna get a monologue.
Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others, Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko.
Joke.
By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the
Just
whole
looks like he's
thing.
just flying away.
So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina. That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Nicely done, Mac. You solved the case somewhat.
Yeah.
You gotta go over your your pure like bias over like your own predictions because you like I said Byakuya before I knew anything and I'm sticking to it despite knowing that it's impossible that it's Byakuya.
Well, you know.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I'm gonna do a lot of acting, dude. Oh, God. Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My
Okay.
entire existence!
We're done here.
What did you
So
say?
that's the whole truth, huh? I see. There's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
Yet you... Why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because... That's exactly what I wanted. What? I mean... The reason Sakura died... Because all you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. That's why...
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't have let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean you were gonna take us all with you?
We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes. For serious? That's...
What is this?
Still don't understand? Let me explain. Do you realize how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's... Found her on the ground, in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Looking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jacket attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't
my
forgive
closest
this.
friend got hurt. Sakura,
I...
because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault. Which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't! Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry. I just want to talk with them.
But,
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you...
Hina.
Please. Don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Sakura. You clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
Why?
And yet... You trampled all over her feelings. I think you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you. And you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her. Do you have any idea how desperate she was? Seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you pushed her. Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
You came. Right there. I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some
Like,
protein.
could I ask you to... Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. By the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura?
Please.
Let me in! Please, open the door!
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses, just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her, and I suffered for it. And it just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. Nina. We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray? Lead us astray.
Australia?
Okay. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey! Hey!
I'm so sorry to interrupt right about when you were about to deliver the final tearjerker, but it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words...
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
Yes, indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course!
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. What? But Hina already... Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby!
It's
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
Huh?
What? Then... You
Huh?
lied to me? Oh, don't say lie. It makes yourself sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a little.
Well, now,
I can't help it. You
now,
totally took my little scribbles at face value. You didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little... I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones joking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process, okay? And scene, cut.
And
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna
I'm
do?
glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey!
But you know, have you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold
And isn't
on.
it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know. You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness, and it gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes,
Okay,
indeed.
jeez. Talking about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. Ahem. Ahem. Actually, do I have water down there? I'm gonna need it. Alright. Penis. Okay, got it. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night at this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But that what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course. Because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to you all, hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic, or just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The mastermind knew exactly that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the mastermind had commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I am willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Sakura didn't feel cornered? She didn't die hating us?
No way!
Wanted to stop us from fighting? To protect us?
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was sick. Weak.
Wow, oh my god.
Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry. But please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way that I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But...
This is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close and still...
What are you gonna
But in
do?
the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless. She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly picked the big one. She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either. Huh? Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered. Because the one we need to destroy is you! Nobody else! What the heck? This is not how it was supposed to go! But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember? Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that. Ah, lovely Byakuya. You understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those were the rules of the game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game. Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear that the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat
There's no
myself.
point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it. What's going on here? Now I have only one thing to look forward to. And that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the ones who think they can control me. Yakuya! Does that mean... Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking.
Wherever Master goes, I go. And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire.
Everyone!
Hey,
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning?
How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having a fun time.
What the heck?
A fun time? Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to
It's the
punish
moment
you
you'll be
guys?
ready for. Punishment time!
What?
Wait, but Sakura's... Sakura is technically the killer, right? And she's dead!
You're not gonna... Me? Oh, heavens, no. Just because the Blackhead is dead doesn't mean I can just summon whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the Bear times 1 rule.
Listen up!
When I spend so much time preparing my special punishment, it would be a shame to let it go to waste. So for my special punishment, I prepared a special guest. Special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got!
It's Joel McHale.
Oh,
Punishment time!
Wait, what? He knows?
killed another one of you characters. Unbelievable. Look, man, you gotta choose better, alright?
Crazy.
And also, a small detail is that, like, remember that Chihiro, that alter ego, like, was able to, like, feel things? Like, he said that, oh, that tickles whenever Makoto tried to put it. So that means that, like, he felt all that. Felt all that pain. So,
Damn.
something to, you know, something to remember as you're going to sleep. But it might make you, you know, to come much faster, you know.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because you're fucking demented. You suck, man! You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk! That really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for a post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. And I'm all about that grilled goodness. Fried, boiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence. Grilled is where it's at.
Oh, sorry. I realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay.
I'm gonna do my best.
If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid.
Basically Monica would find out, because remember we took him to go and plug him into like the Ethernet cables so he can get into the network. That's probably how Monica would find out. That's the one most. Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul. And my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you? That was my friend! How dare you kill him!
What's the matter?
Huh? You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next, friends with a basketball? Shut the hell up! He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend! And you killed him! Isn't this what you call animism? Where the soul dwells within all things? Even, like, laptops? Oh, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So, you finally noticed him.
Actually...
Finally, no. I knew about it from the very beginning. You guys were fucking talking about him in the fucking cafeteria. Of course I would notice, you fucking idiots. I knew Chihiro was doing something with a laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all gonna play out from the start. What?
What are you thinking?
You knew, and you were still cock enough to let us take the plunge.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data in that laptop, it was... I guess you could call it a gift from me to you. Or maybe more like a reward, in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey!
So of course I didn't care if you got access to all that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, you know, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here.
Rodrigo wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed. Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel a billion times better. Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower. No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everyone who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this. Holy moly, you're super mad, like just unreasonably upset.
Well...
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that, I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Do I have your attention? Okay then, here we go. Prepare your ears for the dulcet fuck tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school. What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here. And so I've learned one thing, which is, the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Oopsie daisy, that was a close one. Another one, and we would have been hip deep into spoiler territory. Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today. What? You can't just stop at the most important bit. It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even freaking know, huh? That's the whole point, stupid! Is to get back to all of you for holding in your resolve! But at least Sakura's note. I gotta have it letting you greaseballs have it. But...
Too bad.
Sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
There's one last line in the note. And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to lay down and just die. I will fight you, you bastard. No matter what. And that's seriously it. Oh, wow, what a stubborn loser, huh? I won't lay down and die. He'll fight you? Well, whatever. Who cares what some dead muzzlehead has to say?
Well...
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know. And maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long, think hard. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. What was that all about? Sakura's final message? The last clue to help us solve the mystery of this school? Mastermind did something to us? Yoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You...
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Who?
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
Mastermind did something to our bodies? What are they saying the Mastermind did? What did the Mastermind do to us? I mean, did the Mastermind plan a bomb on us or something? And if we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off and the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's totally not unheard of. No. I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo,
So the class trial is over and Monica is gone.
but
So, now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up? Oh yeah. Okay. Let's get out of here. But you must still feel responsible. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then I'll try.
Huh? That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
No, 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 no!
I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master.
What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Paul?
What the heck?
That's right, I called you a sleazeball. Could you all a sleazeball?
See.
Apparently you still have a death wish. Oh, more biting sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, 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 no!
Hey, stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want the abuse, give and take. Me!
I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. So, class Sakura's. Sakura's class trial came to an end and we returned to the world of Hope Speak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. We're gonna stop right here for the episode, but yeah, there's a bit more for the chapter, but I think right now is a good point. So what do you think, Mackie? Vimy?
Didn't like it.
Why is that?
You know, it's just like, I feel like it didn't, I don't know, it's just kind of like, it's just, I see, like, you know, it's like, oh, what if the murder was them? I feel like it's just that, though. It's not, it wasn't like, and also it was like,
because
everything that happened after to make it seem like it could have been Toko or Hiro. It's kind of like just kind of, it just all was like, it was too much of a, this puzzle piece is only fitting here sort of fake mystery. You know what I mean? It was just like,
but the mystery was that Sakura killed herself, but the game is trying to make you think that everybody else killed her. You're going on a cycle.
yeah.
So, like, oh, now he was killed her. Oh, no, Toko's killed her. Oh, no, actually, Hina killed her. And then you find out.
It's just like,
I don't see any problem with that. It's just like, it's like, that's the point of a story. That's the point of a mystery in, like, every single mystery novel or whatever, is to make, like, it would be stupid if, like, the audience already knows the answer to the mystery before it even started, you know? So, like, trying to manipulate the audience into thinking that it's somebody else, or, like, the solution is something else, That's what every mystery novel does. That's to create the tension and the surprise for whatever the mystery is actually solved, and then plot twist happens or whatever.
Okay.
So you saying that this was bad is literally nobody's opinion. Like, I'd never heard that before.
I didn't say it was bad.
Oh, you say you didn't like it?
Yeah, it's just okay.
Because everybody says this is the best one, including me.
The best case?
This is the best case in the game, yeah.
The best case?
Yes. 100%.
What?
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Sakura's motivation is, I think it's incredible writing. Alright? Her killing herself, you said that she killed herself because, oh, I'm too strong and nobody gets to kill me, blah, blah, blah. No, she killed herself because she was sacrificing herself because everybody was fighting because, you know, she made a mistake that by being the spy for the mastermind, right?
Yeah.
Alright? So she basically sacrificed herself in order to cease that conflict. The only reason that the conflict happened was because Monokuma hid her suicide note. That's the only reason the conflict happened. Alright? That's the only reason the trial happened, rather. Alright?
Yeah.
And then Hina's motivation to kill everybody along with her because she feels like that everybody else is the reason why Sakura killed herself. I think that's a brilliant piece of character writing. And it's a really good arc. Alright?
Yeah, they didn't really do anything with her being the spy, though.
Yes, they did.
But, like, not really.
Yes, they did.
Like, we find out and then she's, like, dead.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Her being the spy, we found that out and we saw that in chapter 2. At the end of chapter 2, somebody was talking to Monokuma, showing that there was a spy, alright?
Right, but what information did she give to Monokuma?
No, she was supposed to kill somebody. That's the spy part. She was supposed to start the conflict. Because her family was being held hostage.
Right.
And that's why she did everything for Monokuma. But then, at the end of the last chapter, she realized that, oh, these guys are pretty cool. I don't want to kill any of them. So I'm going to try to fight Monokuma. Alright?
Yeah.
And then that all changed when Hina started getting attacked and injured because she was defending Sakura.
Yeah.
What, you want, like, Sakura to, like, fucking, like, actually betray us? Is that what you wanted?
Sure, that would've been cool.
I don't think so.
I mean, if you're gonna have a spy...
Because just having, like,
I mean, I feel like
just, like, do a full 180 and be like, oh, no, I'm actually the bad guy. Especially for a character that's designed like that.
I'm not saying she should have, but I feel like you could have just as easily... Her motivation... Because none of them are getting out of there unless they kill each other. Well, you could have just as easily had her motivation be, I'm not going to kill my friends, so I'm going to kill myself. Rather than being like, let's make her this spy, this accomplice with the mastermind. And then, like, a spy seems like something that you could, like, actually have be, like, a part of the story instead of it being, like in actually doing something rather than not doing something.
The whole spy bit was just to make everybody distrust Sakura. That was the whole purpose of the spy bit, right? That's the whole reason that Monokuma even revealed that Sakura was a spy, so that everybody would start fighting.
Yeah.
I think that if they had a character that we get to hang out with all the time, and it turns out, oh, I've been working with the mastermind this whole time, I'm not who you think you are, that's kind of dull, I think. It's kind of stupid, because, like, what the fuck was the point of all the character moments that they had before they transferred into a spy, right? Because that entire thing, that entire part of their character is completely mute. It doesn't matter anymore, because that's not who they are.
It would have to be a different character.
Like, even if it was Hina, or Byakuya, or Hiro, like, there's that whole entire section of, like, us talking to them and then having, like, their funny bits or whatever, and, like, having character moments, right, and arcs or whatever, all that would have been completely destroyed and gone because they're a completely different person, right?
Yeah, but I mean, that's Yeah, but it'd be a villain. It'd just be a villainous character. I'm not saying that's what Sakura should have been.
No, I get that. I just like, even if it's like a different character.
I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna have this idea of a spy, like, save that for something else and just make Sakura's motivation to kill herself because she doesn't want to kill her friends. That's already the established but tension of the story.
She has to kill one of her friends because that's what Monokuma is telling her to do.
Right, but Monokuma told all of them to do that.
No, Monokuma specifically told Sakura to start the killing. All right, because I got your friends, I got your family held hostage, and a dojo you've been protecting for 300 years. Do you really want to be the fucking guy that to like fucking destroy all that?
But that's everyone's situation.
No,
everyone's situation is, here you are. Here's these secrets or whatever that you don't want revealed. These things you don't want destroyed. Go kill these people so you can get out of here. Don't get caught. It's the same situation.
This whole secrets bit is that, like, Monokuma's not going to do anything. All he's going to do is just like reveal the secrets. That's all he's going to do, right? He's not going to like actually kill and destroy a dynasty.
He had other people's families held hostage.
No, he didn't. How do you know that? Because he never told anybody that he has everybody's family's held hostage.
Well, we watched that one.
Yeah, there was that video, but it could mean that, oh, my family is dead, or my family's held hostage. It could be a multitude of things, but Monokuma specifically told Sakura at the beginning that I have your family hostage, go kill somebody. And then when Sayaka...
it was the same thing for Mondo. It was like, either go kill somebody, or I'm going to tell everybody that you killed your brother. It's the same issue.
Well, yeah, but they didn't have to kill somebody. Sakura had to kill somebody, right? Okay?
Yeah, but they have to kill somebody to get out of this situation.
Not really.
They do.
They could just...
Only one person needs to go out.
Because Monokuma said, okay, Monokuma says that, hey guys, alright, you guys can stay here for as long as you want, but if you want to, the whole thing, it's the but if you want to head out, you can kill somebody. Just do if you want to. If you want to kill somebody, go ahead and do it. All right.
But it's not that cut and dry, because if you just accept, okay, I guess I'll stay here forever, you're just gonna get killed.
Well, how do you know that?
Because
by who? By the other people?
Yeah, by other people. So that paranoia is going to drive you to try to get somebody first. I mean, that's why Hiro smashed a bottle over Sakura's head.
That's why Sakura. That's why Sayaka tried to kill Leon, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But Sakura herself, is that she found a loophole in the whole thing. Is that instead she killed herself. That way her family is safe now, and also it also prevents everybody from hurting each other and instead being friends and going after the mastermind. That's what she wanted. She wanted everybody to unite together and then go after the mastermind rather than fight a conflict with each other. Because what's to stop everybody from, teaming up and then going after Monokuma and destroy him and then get out of school, right? What's stopping everybody from doing that? That's what Sakura was trying to do, is give everybody the courage to team up and stop fighting each other. Byakuya, stop being a dickhole, right? That type of thing. And she completely she accomplished that because Byakuya had that arc in that chapter. And that's also another reason why I like this chapter, is because Byakuya had an arc, right? Well, he was like you and convinced himself that Hina was the killer, and then once everybody told him that, oh, Hina's not the killer, he's like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? No. This is it was obviously Hina because she was the one who went to grab the poison, right? She's the one who swapped the poison, right?
Yeah.
So exactly what you did, and then now Byakuya's like, ah, shit, I could have gotten everybody killed doing that. Let me consider people's feelings a little bit more, and not be too much of a sophisticated, fucking arrogant asshole, right? That's what Byakuya just went through right now. Especially saying that, oh, also, I don't want to kill anybody anymore because the whole fucking system is rigged because Monokuma handled evidence with Sakura's suicide note, completely messed with the trial, and then also nobody is afraid of the game anymore. Nobody's going to kill each other. That's what Byakuya is saying. Okay, nobody's going to kill each other. I might as well just opt out of the game.
Yeah, I understand. That stuff's good, but don't you feel like this could have been a little more simple. Like, it could have just been...
It's the 4th case. What do you mean simple?
No, listen, it could have been more simple as far as like, oh my god, someone poisoned Sakura. Rather than, okay, Toko is in there, there's bottle smashed over the head,
Well,
and
that's
then here's in there,
part of the mystery, is that...
magazine over there. It's just like a lot for like... There was like a lot of like smoke and mirrors for something that could have just been like a holy shit, who did it? Someone poisoned.
Well, it's more
her.
That adds to
like the Toko and Hero part was just like
the Toko and Hero part was to add to the more depressing part of this is that the reason Sakura was in there was to talk to everybody and like give the resolve and like give a heart to heart to them, but they all assumed that Sakura was trying to kill her, and then completely just fucking assaulted her.
It was a shitty plan, though. Why don't you meet in the cafeteria and pour your heart out?
Because I would say that the Rec Room is much more isolated. Like, you can have a more one-on-one with somebody, right?
Yeah, but it's pretty fucking risky, clearly.
Well, nobody's gonna try to kill Sakura. Nobody thinks they could kill Sakura. It was more of like a instinctive moment, right? That Hero and Toko had.
I just feel like that's the part I don't like about it. It is the Hero Toko part, because I feel like that was such a huge percentage of the case.
Not really.
I felt like, I mean, that was
probably like 33% of it.
Yeah, that's a big percentage. And it was like, it took up a ton of the trial too, like, well, it must, and it's like, well, obviously it's not them, but kind of just drowned. Like, it could have just been she was poisoned, I feel like, and I feel like it would have just, it just bloated it a bit. Whereas,
I think it makes it more chaotic, being like, you're the killer. No, actually, you're the killer. No, you're actually the killer. You're the killer.
It does make it more chaotic, but I feel like if you're gonna, because like all the other stuff is good, and I can see how it's going to shape the rest of the game. But the Toko and Hero part it kind of just like watered down a good drink.
I don't think so at all.
I think so.
I don't think so at all. Because I think that just adds to, once again, that, to the tragedy of Sakura's death, and also, to the fact that the chaos of it, and myself, I'm a man of chaos. I like chaos. All right. Chaos is a ladder, as that one dude said. Right. All right.
Joseph Smith.
I don't think Joseph Smith.
I think he said that, right?
No.
Chaos is a ladder. Oh no,
that was Littlefinger from Game of Thrones.
I was gonna say. That's funny that you said Littlefinger. I was gonna say Biggie, the Notorious B.I.G.
Oh, the B.I.G.
That was the next one.
You know what? That could be a B.I.G. line. But yeah, even if you don't like the detail of, not really detail, but like one small part of the case, it doesn't mean that the whole case.
I didn't say it was bad.
Yeah.
I just. Okay, maybe more context for how my brain works.
Yeah.
If I watch something, I'm going to view something with more disdain if I feel like if something, for example, let's say I watch a really well-made movie, but they make one decision that just, it feels like it muddied this crystal clear water.
Yeah.
It makes me more mad than if I just watched a fully shitty movie.
Okay.
Because I'm like, you could have, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
I have
what
the
I'm
opposite,
saying.
because I think that the high points of a film completely cut out the low points, right?
Yeah.
Which is my opinion of Game of Thrones, right? Season 8 was so fucking shitty. It was the worst thing I've ever seen imaginable. I fucking poked my eyes out from how terrible it was.
It is bad.
Right? But I still think Game of Thrones is a very, very good show. From all the highs, the Red Wedding, Ned Stark's death, that type of stuff was like so incredible that that's what I think.
You're right, but you're viewing, in that case, 70 hours. The ratio is 70 hours to 5 hours. 5 hours, 5 hours bad, 70 hours great. If it was one episode of Game of Thrones and you felt like 33% of it was bad,
yeah.
For me, I wouldn't view, like, I was like, it could have been great, but they did that, and I just didn't like that. You see what I mean? This was more of an episode. It's not this by no means, like, that whole thing does not affect my opinion of the game.
Yeah.
But my particular opinion of just this chapter was, that was good, but I don't like that they did that part because it could have made it great.
But
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's still, you'll think it within an episode. That was, I would say, 20 minutes of a 6-hour case, I believe it took us.
But no, it wasn't. There was that was a focus of the case. What was the hero and the Toko part? It wasn't 20 minutes.
It was 20 minutes. That was 20 minutes. Yeah.
It wasn't the glass shard underneath the bottle. I mean, if I didn't like it because of that, that would have been dumb.
The focus of the case was mostly that Hina was, trying to say that she's the killer, right? I think that was the majority.
You think there was more of the case was directed at that than Hiro and Toko?
Yeah.
No, because that was the initial, like...
Yeah, that's the initial, catalyst.
There was way more of it was that.
Yeah. But
then Hina saying it was her?
That is just like the slow
Hina didn't
burn.
say it was her until, like, way at the tail end.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, dude.
It was not the tail end.
Yeah.
I'm the one fucking looking at the timers, right? I know how long this things take.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but I would say that maybe if you go back in and, like, we watched it. We played this whole case. That's what we're gonna do. But basically, like, I think that if you went through the trial again and think about the ending and thinking about, like, the motivations that these characters have, I think you might think that, like, oh my god, this is incredible, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, that's definitely, it's definitely possible.
So
definitely possible. And it wasn't. I do not think it was bad.
Mm-hmm.
I do not think it was bad.
Because
just felt like it for me. It could have, like, been a little smoother, and it would have provided for me a more, like, satisfying reveal of Sakura's plan. Like Sakura's
but the
motive.
suicide note was her motive. Like, all that was said in the suicide note, and I think that's probably the best part of the game, is her suicide note.
Yeah, it's good, but it's just like you had to go through a lot of hoops a lot of, like, unnecessary hoops. I felt because like she could have just got poisoned. She didn't have to get hit in the head by a bottle twice. I know that there's just because there is a reason doesn't necessarily mean that there should be
I'm saying
reason.
There should be a mystery to, like, what the cause of death is, but if that's pointed out immediately, then that's not a mystery.
But if you said she's been poisoned, it would still be surprising to find out later that she poisoned herself. That would still be surprising.
But also, like, the case is very long, that it would give you a lot more time to be like, what if she poisoned herself? Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
but doesn't this kind of feel like, man, like, I don't know. She got hit by 2 people. She's obviously not gonna be that, not gonna be that. But I mean, it was. I did not think it was bad.
Oh, in terms of thinking that, like, the first person that they accuse is definitely not the killer.
Definitely not.
Right. But I still don't go. I don't put that in my mind. Right. I'm going by the moment through the case, like you would do in Ace Attorney. Even if you know a specific thing, you got to follow along with what they're saying at the moment in order to do better at the game, right? I think that's what most of your mistakes were in Ace Attorney, is that you're thinking too far ahead and you wouldn't think about the now. This is exactly the same thing, Think about what's happening now. Okay, we're going to accuse Hiro right now. All right, we got to prove that Hiro did it or he didn't do it, right? We're going to go to Toko. All right, did Toko do it or did Toko not do it? Right? And we gotta go to Hina. Oh shit, Hina did it. Oh wait, never mind, Hina didn't do it. Alright, who did do it then?
So you play it and you go, oh shit, Hero did it.
No, not really. I'm like, okay, we're gonna follow along. Okay, we're gonna try to prove that Hero did it or didn't do it. I'm not surprised. What I was surprised is that, oh shit, Hina actually did it. You know, that's what I actually thought going into this game. I'm like, holy shit, that's a fucking huge twist that, you know, her best friend was the one that killed her, right? And then, it like, you know, whenever they said that Sakura was the one who drunk the poison knowing what it was, I'm like, holy shit, Sakura killed herself, right? Those were the two moments I'm like, oh my god, right? That completely changed what I thought about the case, right? But when I was doing Hero's bit, I'm like, okay, so it's definitely not Hero, but I have to tell everybody that why it's not Hero. Rather than be like, oh shit, they're gonna go after Hero right now? It's obviously not Hero. You gotta also keep in mind, yeah, these characters are fucking dumbasses. They don't know anything. They're probably the most fucking idiotic characters I've ever seen on the screen, right? So, like, I'm just going along with it, you know? As they are writing it, essentially.
Yeah.
Because that's what the intention is when it comes to a mystery, right? You don't like the ending of like Orient Express is that everybody did it, right? That's the solution to all of it. But like it's like that slow, like even if like okay, bro, it goes over to like the people in the kitchen and the chef, and you're like, obviously it's not them, right? Of course it's not them, right? But we still need to watch the scene to see why it's not them. And then we gotta go to over to the rich guy or whatever. And then
but usually when you find out why it's not them, there's a little breadcrumb you find though that leads you to the next thing.
Exactly, yeah.
Which is they did kind of do that with this, like the magazine or whatever.
Yeah.
But I guess for me it was just kind of like what you're saying, like it's not them.
Yeah.
It's not that. I didn't even think personally, I didn't even think for a second Hina had done it.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't think so. I really thought Byakuya had done it because he was like sweating and shit, and I'm like, okay, it has to be. I don't know why
I think he's like so certain that he is correct, and whenever there's a mistake within his logic, he has a mental breakdown, right? You know,
right?
So
I just saw that as like, oh shit, he did do it.
Yeah. He's not Celeste, all right?
Yeah.
Fuck! I almost fucked up everything. But overall, I really like this case. But that doesn't mean that these next couple of cases are fucking shit. I still like them, but I think that, you know, this really this is like the peak.
Blows the game open.
Yeah. But I'm gonna find out why the story isn't even close to over in
the next episode.
So thank you for watching this episode of Danganronpa. Make sure to like and subscribe. There'll be no 5 time up, which is
Arizona.
Bye bye.